this is Charlie, and I'm coming to you today with your daily dose of business tech inspiration. Topic number 279, how to create a website that reflects your brand personality. I hate these titles sometimes. So glad I redo them before this gets posted. But we're going to talk about how your website can actually reflect your brand personality. We have spoken about a lot of these things in individual things, pulling it all together now. Pulling it all together for today anyway. We'll see where we run to. So the things that you need to consider when you are reflecting your brand personality is, first of all, you need to have your brand personality set. If you haven't done your brand personality, take some time out before you build your website to get that done. I've said this any number of times. If you can't afford to pay for a graphic designer to sit down and do your brand book for you and get all that information out, do a very rudimentary one for yourself. Sit down with Word or Google Docs or Zoho Writer or whatever it is and do a very rudimentary brand guide for yourself. Then, once you've got that, you can start considering these other things. First things is you need a consistent visual identity. We need to use consistent colors, fonts, and imagery across your site that aligns with the personality and identity of your brand. Notice it says imagery there. That means your graphics, the images you use, the icons you use, the accents that you use, all of those things that need to be consistent all the way across your website. When you are writing your copy, make sure that you're using your authentic voice. Now, notice I did that in inverted commas because I think that's a bit of a jargony term. I know people are going to say, Charlie, that's a good term. It probably is, but it's also a bit jargony. What that means is that it needs to reflect your brand's tone and voice. Is your brand professional? Is it friendly? Is it playful? Is it authoritative? What is it? Is it South California's surf scene? What is it? Make sure you know what your voice is and make sure that every piece of copy that you write, every piece of content that you put up reflects that tone and that voice. Don't have a piece that is ultra casual and then have another piece that is really formal. It's going to be jarring. It's going to throw people off and they're not going to know what type of business they're dealing with. Use storytelling to tell your brand story. When you're highlighting your mission, when you're highlighting your values, when you're highlighting the journey that you've taken to get here, tell the story about how your brand came to be. Was it that you were sitting in your car one day and it hit you? It hit you, not another car hit you, that you wanted to go and do this thing? Was it that you were trekking across Nepal and you saw this beautiful thing that made you want to go and do this? What is the story about how your brand and how your business came to be? Use that storytelling capability to bring that all to the fore, to tell people about what your missions and your values are, because that's going to resonate so strongly with them. If you can have interactive elements within your website, absolutely do that. That's features like quizzes. They're not easy to do, but quizzes, videos, user-generated content that align with your brand's personality and engage with your visitors. Sorry, I've got a mozzie flying around in here. Never ends. Just never ends. So make sure you've got some interactive elements on your website that align with your personality, align with the brand that you've set up, but also gives your users something to interact with. I mentioned previously using unique design elements. Make sure that you can use custom graphics and illustrations or animations that are in the feel of your brand's creative identity. That's going to make a lasting impression. Sorry, I was just trying to reach for the words. I was thinking, I've been working with a graphic designer recently to do graphics for my social media. and I wanted to do some memes. So I went out and I created some memes, funny things like, oh, I've disappeared into the background of my video type things. You will see them start to come out across my social media over time. We're just going to drip feed them out. But we were having a discussion and she sent me something and I said, look, these are great, but they're not in my brand. They don't represent my brand. You've given me something. It's a meme, absolutely, but it doesn't represent my brand. You've not used my colors. You've not used fonts that align with what my brand is. You've not used a feel for that to align with what my brand is. And when we sort of got into it, she's like, oh, right, yeah, I've got it. I understand that. Young designer, I've brought her on to train her up. So yeah, it was an interesting discussion. She's like, well, what do I need to do that for? I said, because when people look at these graphics, I want them to think, oh, that's Charly's. That belongs to Ask Charly Leetham, and immediately bring Ask Charly Leetham to the forefront. So using unique design elements is really important. And make sure when you're doing your website that you have a customer-centric approach. Make sure that the content and the design are something that your target audience is going to resonate with. Make sure that it's something that they will appreciate, that they will want to be with. It's not about you, it's about your customer. We're trying to get you to, well, you're trying to get your customers to buy things from you. You need to make this about them. Everything has got to be about your customer. And hopefully that's going to provide them with a memorable and personalized experience that it's going to make them want to come back and visit and eventually do business with you. Maybe it won't be immediately, but eventually they will do business with you. So that's the things to consider when you're creating a website and you want it to reflect your brand's personality. Think about it. Consistent visual identity, authentic voice, use storytelling, incorporate interactive elements, use unique design elements, and make sure you are focused on the client with everything that you do, or your customer with everything you do there. What do you guys think? What's worked for you? What hasn't worked? What have I said that you disagree with? What have you said what have I said that you agree with and want to give me a thumbs up on? I'd love to see that too. You can leave a comment wherever you are watching this video or listening to this video. We will respond to those. You can send us DMs on any of our social network channels. We will respond to those as well. You can come and join us on our locals community and join the conversation there. AskCharlyLeetham.locals.com. Absolutely love to have conversations around this stuff. If you can, guys, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, ring the notification bell so you find out when we drop more content. These videos, these little inspirational videos, go out at 8 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time each and every day. I don't miss. Our next topic is going to be about email providers and which one you might want to choose and why you might choose one over another. It looks like our next lot of videos is actually going to be about email and communication tools. So I hope you enjoy those ones. I think I'm going to enjoy doing them. Have a fantastic day, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye, guys.